Hi everybody, this is HearthWalkers, the Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering podcast, and this is your Too Long Didn't Listen. Runeterra is coming out with a bunch of new stuff, so you can go look at it. Hearthstone has a bunch of patch notes already for Demon Hunter, including Battlegrounds updates, and Grandmasters 2020 still going on, even though coronavirus is here. What? Also, Magic the Gathering is doing stuff at home instead of at your local GameStop, so let's just start the show.
We have not started the show yet, right?
Oh, it's always starting.
Hello and welcome.
It's time to bingo!
Yes! Pull up a chair by the hearth.
HearthWalkers, a Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone podcast.
Alright, what's up everybody? Hi, it's Wolfie. This is HearthWalkers, episode 17 for sure. It is definitely episode 17 of HearthWalkers, the Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering, and some other card games podcast. My name's Wolfie. And how you guys doing today? There's so much stuff to talk about. Oh my goodness. We're going to do a little bit of housekeeping now before I forget. So please don't forget to share, rate our podcast on iTunes so more people can see the goodness of the card game stuff, So more people can go find the YouTube channel, go subscribe and follow us on Twitch and the YouTube channel. Links in the doobly-doo down below. You can also find me at Wolfie on Twitter. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. So that being said, we actually have just a bunch of stuff to talk about. So let's start the show with
Venusaur with a question mark.
Get down!
Welcome back!
Runeterra. I cut myself off with that one, but you know what? We're starting off with Runeterra. And we don't need that. Honey, what? A guppy. Blue Kitty got a guppy in Animal Crossing. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. We're starting off with Runeterra. Runeterra, like I told you guys last week, it's coming out full release pretty soon. End of the month. Full release. Mobile client also. So get your butts in gear, Magic Arena, because Runeterra just came out and now they already have their mobile client. So maybe they've been working on it for a while. We got new champions, basically. If you follow the Legends of Runeterra Twitter account, they've been posting spoilers. They haven't been doing the traditional spoiler thing where they get content creators to spoil cards for the next set. If they would, I am definitely interested. Riot, wink, 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 nudge, nudge, nudge. But as of right now, everything's getting spoiled on the Legends of Runeterra Twitter account, which is at @PlayRuneterra. And they've been releasing quite a bit of stuff. We've only gotten some of the new champions. I think last week I said there were supposed to be 11 new champions. So far we have 5. We have Quinn, Sejuani, Vi, Swain, and Moakai. We're going to talk about those. Oh my goodness, my phone going off in the middle of the podcast. How embarrassing. Good thing I'm a professional. Let's start talking with Vi, because she's the first one on this list, I think. Vi, we're going to try to go pretty quick. Vi is a 5-mana 2/5 with Challenger and Toughness. While I'm in play or in hand, grant me +1 attack when you play another card, max 8+8 attack, and then level up if she strikes with 10 or more. And then her leveled up form also has Challenger and Toughness and is a 10/6 that says when I strike a unit while attacking, deal 5 to the enemy nexus. So just a powerhouse Piltover card, the Piltover powerhouse Vi, pretty strong. She got her card, whatever you want to call that, when you, like, if you have duplicates of a card of a hero and it turns into one of the spells, Hers is Vault Breaker, 3 mana burst spell. Give an ally +2/+0 this round. Create a fleeting Vault Breaker in hand, which I'm assuming is the same thing, 3 mana. So you can try to like combo buff her to get her to that 10 attack and then level her up quickly. And then we also got a card called Gotcha, a 4 mana fast spell previewed. When drawn, costs 2 less this round, and you can deal 3 damage to a unit. So you can deal 3 damage for 1 mana. But you know what? I really wish this would just deal... Like, we just need a card that deals 4 damage in this game. It's so hard to deal 4 damage in Runeterra. That's what we need. We're not going to go over all of the cards that have been spoiled, because there's a bunch of, like, common cards and, like, rare cards that are kind of just being spoiled along with the heroes. So we're going to skip those for now. We're just not going to talk about them. Next is Swain from Noxus. Swain is 5 mana, 3/6 with Fearsome. When he strikes the Nexus, you deal 3 damage to the enemy Nexus, and he levels up when you've dealt 12 non-combat damage this game. His leveled up version is super scary. Swain with also Fearsome. When we deal non-combat damage, I think that's the royal we, when it means like him and yourself. When you guys deal non-combat damage to the enemy Nexus, stun the strongest back row enemy. I think they're changing up just some of the wording. Back row enemy just might mean... Actually, they probably mean it like that because his ability happens during combat when he Nexus strikes. So it would stun the strongest back row enemy, meaning the strongest one that's not in combat currently. And then he has the Nexus Strike, deal 3 damage to all enemy minions. He is a 4/7 big scary boy. His spell is Ravenous Flock, 1 mana fast spell, deal 4 damage to a unit if it's damaged or stunned. So that's kind of cool. I literally just asked for a 4 mana, like deal 4 damage kind of thing, but this is definitely not what I was looking for, because you still need 2 things to happen instead of just the 1 deal 4 damage card. You need it to be already damaged or stunned, which requires something else, and I'm not super big fan of that. And then we also got 3 mana fast spell Noxious Fervor. Noxious Fervor. Deal 3 damage to an ally unit to deal 3 damage to anything. So you hurt yourself to hurt everybody else. That's really good combo with Vlad, who's also Noxian. Kind of cool. And moving on to Moakai, one of my favorites in actual League. Moakai is a 4 mana 1/4 Shadow Isles. The first time you play another ally each round, toss 2 and summon a sapling. We are not entirely sure what toss means. It's a highlighted keyword, but there hasn't really been any explanation on what it means. Like, what does toss mean? I don't think it means discard a card. I did at first. I think it's just like a counter. Like, it might just be a counter at some point. And then he levels up when your units have died or your cards have been tossed 25 times this game. So I don't think that's additive. I don't think you can toss 20 times and then have 5 units die. I think you need to see 25 units. The way this is worded, you need to see 25 units die or toss 25 times in the game to level him up. Which, that first part sounds insane. The tossing part, not so much, I guess. To leveled up Moakai, 4 mana 2/5 with regeneration. When I level up, obliterate the enemy deck, leaving 4 non-champions. So I can see, like, never mind. That threshold is pretty strong for that ability. And then round start, summon a sapling. I think we have a sapling token. Sapling person is a 1 mana 2/1 with Ethereal and Challenger, or whatever that hook thing is. I think it's Challenger. And then Moakai's spell is called Sap Magic. 3 mana burst spell, you toss 3 and then heal allies 3. So that's actually kind of cool. We haven't really seen a lot of healing cards in the game. There is a video here that I did not see. New keyword, toss. Obliterate X non-champion cards from the bottom of your deck. Okay, so you are getting rid of cards from the bottom of your deck. You're getting rid of cards from your deck. Okay. That's a lot of that's a real late game card there, Moakai. So that's gonna be interesting. Oh man. And then we got some other Shadow Isles cards released we won't talk about right now. There was the Thresh video, which was kind of cool. Each region is kind of getting their own showcase video, which is kind of cool. Lily, stop hitting the keyboard, please. And the last card we need to talk about is Sejuani. If we can get to Sejuani. Oh my god, you closed the tab. No, you didn't. You just switched it over. Oh my, well, I don't even know what you're trying to do, little girl. Sejuani. Sejuani. That's Quinn. That is not Sejuani. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't need to see that. Not there. That's Quinn. Where's Lily? What? What do you want? I guess we're talking about Quinn. Because we can't find Sejuani. Quinn, 5 mana, 3/4 with Scout. New keyword when I'm summoned, summon Valor. And she levels up when I've seen you attack 4 times. Just to clarify, that means she has to be on the battlefield and then you have to attack 4 times. But I'm pretty sure that also means that it would have to take 4 turns. You can't attack with 4 things. And then Quinn. Oh, this is the leveled up Quinn. Leveled up Quinn is 5 mana, 4/5, also with Scout. Attack, summon Valor with Valor challenging the strongest enemy. Ooh, interesting. That's kind of cool. Valor has got Scout, Challenger, 2 mana, 2/1 token, and then her spell is a 2 mana slow spell called Blinding Assault that just summons Valor. So that's kind of cool. I'm sure there's a video right here. Check out what Scout does. I'm not wearing my earbuds, so I can't hear what's going on. It's like you can't. I don't care about that. What does Scout do? But what does Scout do? I'm gonna be really embarrassed if it's just an ability that's been in the game already and I didn't know what it did. Hey. Ugh. Flap. Here you go, I'll play with this. Did it pause? Oh, it paused. God, I was like, man, they're talking a lot about Valor. New keyword, Scout. The first time only Scout units attack each round. What? The first time only Scout units attack. Okay, so it's like,
We're not done yet.
It's like, wait, no, that doesn't make sense at all. I'm so confused. Okay. Does it... The first time only Scout units attack. The first time only Scout units attack each round, ready your attack. I'm sure listening to it makes more sense, but...
We're not done yet.
Okay, so it's like a first strike thing. So in Magic the Gathering, there's... When you go into damage, there's first strike and then there's normal combat. For only first strike minions, or minions with first strike or double strike, attack in that first strike like instance, and then normal combat happens. Double strike just means you get to attack in both. In Runeterra, there is there's the quickness thing. It's not called quickness, but it's like fast attack, I think, which is it works the same as in first strike, where you deal your damage first and then the other people deal their damage. But this is like a literally roundabout way of doing it, where creatures with Scout get an additional combat phase that only Scout creatures can attack in. So if you have a Scout minion, it's essentially double strike with a bonus. Or it's double strike without the damagey first part. So if you get a Scout creature with the fast attack thing, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy right there. So yeah, Quinn's sick. Quinn gets to attack twice. That's super cool. Sejuani's up here somewhere. Here she is. with a bunch of other stuff. They were like trying to figure out how they wanted to display these cards before they actually started doing it. Sejuani, 6 mana, 5/6 with Overwhelm. Play, give an enemy Frostbite and Vulnerable this round. Level up when you've damaged the enemy Nexus in 5 different rounds this game. Level up to Sejuani, 6 mana, 6/7, Overwhelm. Play, give an enemy Frostbite and Vulnerable this round. The first time I see you damage the enemy Nexus each round, Frostbite all enemies. Oh my goodness, that is sick. That is so cool. We also got Fury of the North. Give an ally +4/+4 this round for a 4 mana burst spell. Hey, you just want to look at the screen? You could have just told me that. And then we got a card called Stormclaw Ursine, which is a 5 mana 6/6 with Overwhelm. Other allies with 5 or plus power have Overwhelm, but it doesn't have a rarity gem in it, so I don't know if it comes with Sejuani or not. Because Sejuani doesn't say anything about it, so I don't know. Or maybe if you get duplicates of her, you get the Stormclaw Ursine instead. Who knows? Runeterra is confusing, but they're all pretty cool, right? They're all super cool. So those are our new champions. If you're curious, go check out the Legends of Runeterra. You can check out their Twitter account, or you can check out their YouTube channel. They've also been doing these showcases for each realm, each terrain, each group, each faction. They're called factions. Each faction has been getting a showcase. Sorry, Charmander fell down. Video, and they're basically like mini theatrical trailers for what that whole region's about. And I never really thought I would be like, huh, Darius is a pretty cool guy, but that video changed my mind. It's pretty, and they're really well animated. They're really cool. So that's it on that. You can also check out if you guys are in the beta already, which is an open beta. I don't know why you wouldn't be in the beta right now, but it has been stated that beta people get a little bonus thing afterwards. But they did have a new patch earlier. It kind of fixed a bunch of cards. We'll go over the highlights right now. A lot of the patch notes was expedition tuning to further fine-tune secondary archetype support. So each 2-region deck has a main archetype and like 1 or 2 supporting archetypes, and they were just trying to give those secondary ones a little bit more support. They changed a couple of numbers around on how often you get shown a couple of cards and stuff like that. Card updates. Draven can now level up by hitting once with 2 spinning axes. The way his ability was worded, you would have to hit with a spinning axe twice in 2 separate ones. You couldn't stack them on top of each other, and they wanted to change that. The way Draven felt just didn't feel right if you couldn't do that sort of flashy play. So now, if you play 2 spinning axes, you can level him up, which is great. Katarina got changed a little bit. She got the added text play. Create her old ability was her old text just said quick attack. If I've struck once or level up, I struck once when I level up. Recall me. Excuse me. So we just play her. She has quick attack, and then if you hit, then she would get recalled. And because she had quick attack, she wouldn't take any damage or anything. She would just boop and then bounce back and level up. Now she gets on play, create a fleeting Blade's Edge in hand, and then level up. Once I've struck once, level up and recall me. So she got an added, just an added ability onto her. It seemed that she was not having the most successful win rates around. People just weren't using her correctly or the way that the creators wanted. So they kind of tweaked that about her. Yasuo went up health, just straight buff. He went from 3/5 to 4/5. Am I reading that right? His health went from 3 health to 4 health, and then his leveled up version went from 4 health to 5 health. So just a little bit more consistent, stable. Kalista has changed so that she can level up when you see 3 or more allies die instead of 4 and up allies die. Ezreal and Karma are both on the watch list for changes. All the other changes, you guys can check them out. They're like minor kind of buffs and balancing type things. Nothing really major. Ezreal and Karma have been noted as really strong in combo, like control OTK decks. So they're keeping an eye on them, make sure they don't get too overpowered. But for right now, they're like, okay. They're like, okay. And then they also changed the way a lot of freljord cards play. They wanted freljord to have more of an identity of just being really tough, healthy, hardy characters. So a lot of them got +1 health to their cards. And then a couple of the noxious late game characters got a minor buff because people were usually just playing really aggressive noxious decks and not even touching any of the higher costed cards because they were just too risky. They were really low health, and if you spend that much mana on just one card instead of a multitude of cards, you would end up losing the game because tempo reasons. So they changed that. Hopefully we'll see a more fluid variety of decks now, especially with the new cards coming in. It's going to be a really interesting time for Legends of Runeterra. But now we're moving on to Hearthstone. Haha!
News team, assemble! I understand you are in need of support.
Good news, I've arrived.
And we're back. I'm sure the recording's working now. Cool. So we got 2 teams, the Feisty Fiends and the Salty Satyrs. They're split up between personalities and pro players. On the Feisty Fiend side, we have Crip, Trump, Slissa, Purple, RDU, Boar Control, Dawn, Tom60229, Masura, and Stan Udachi. Salty Satyrs, we got the man himself, Mr. Brian Kibler, Firebat, also cool. Regis Kilbin, also been following him a little bit. Tice, Dog, Flurry, Dahoni, Nayara, Silvestri, Solary, and Sinneed 92. Man, some of these names are just serious right now. It's going to be a very special format called Demon Hunter Duel Fest, which is super promising except for the Demon Hunter part. What's up, Patty Cakeys? How you doing? And also, just a quick reminder, if you guys are listening to the podcast, if you come out and hang out with us on the Twitch chat and spam in the Twitch chat, I might say your name on the podcast, and I won't cut it out because I'm too busy. So the Outland Inn-Vitational is called the Demon Hunter Duel Fest. Super cool. What? Oh, thanks. Animal Crossing stuff. Boom. Not a card game, so we're not talking about it right now. So the Duel Fest is split up. Each team has 10 players. So the way it works is that each player just plays one class. Isn't that cool? That's actually cool. So each of the players plays one class, but they had to throw in this part because Demon Hunter's new. So on the 2nd and the 4th rounds, one team will be only Demon Hunter, and then the next one, the other team will be only Demon Hunter. I think that part is just dumb. Like, it's just super dumb, but you know, whatever. So each round will be best of 3 matches, and what else? $100,000 prize pool on the line, split amongst 10 people. So each person on the winning team gets $6,500, while each person on the losing team gets $3,500. Additionally, the 3 players with the highest game scores will get $1,000 each. Yay! Also, all participants will stream their own perspective of their competition on their own channels from the comfort of their own home, with the official Hearthstone Twitch and YouTube channels providing match commentary and big picture updates. And then they're going to have Twitch drops. If you watch for 2 total hours, you get 1 Ashes of Outland pack. And if you watch for 4 hours, consecutive or non-consecutive, you get another, which is great. The one thing, it's so dumb. So, like, obviously, to get the packs, you have to get your Battle.net account tied to your Twitch account. But they have a deal with YouTube where the Hearthstone has to air the Grandmasters and professional games on YouTube Gaming. But YouTube doesn't support this sort of drop system. So what were they thinking? Because, like, I can't watch Grandmasters except for if I go on YouTube Gaming, and then back in the they had drops for watching Grandmasters games, and now you can't because it's on YouTube Gaming. So now they have to do these weird mini tournaments to do Twitch drops or anything to keep their Twitch channel alive. But all of this is just giving more money to already professionals and not adding more to the community prize pools and smaller tournaments and stuff like that. So it's a cool idea. Patty Keck he says it seems cool. It is a cool idea to have just one person specializing in one class. I love that. That's very Yu-Gi-Oh of them, and I love that shit. Sorry, I said poop. Ugh, whatever. But afterward, yeah, I don't know, whatever. And we got patch notes. We got they are patching stuff out quick now. Kel'Thas Sunstrider got up to 7 mana. Bad Luck Albatross got changed to 4 mana, up from 3. Frenzied Fellwing used to be 3 attack and 3 health. Now it's 3 attack and 2 health because these cards were so good. Those are our neutrals. Demon Hunter, Altruist the Outcast, cost 3 mana, 3 attack and 2 health. Now costs 4 mana, 4 attack and 2 health. So kind of a nerf, kind of a buff. Battle Fiend, 2 attack, 2 health. Now 1 attack and 2 health. Glaive-bound Adepts, old 7 attack 4 health, new 6 attack 4 health. Warlock Sacrificial Pact got changed so that you can only target friendly demons, because you used to be able to target your opponent and kill them if they did the Jiraxis thing. If your opponent played Jiraxis and turned their hero into Jiraxis, Jiraxis is still a demon, so you could kill your enemy with Sacrificial Pact and win the game. That was fun. That happened in a tournament once, and it was amazing. Blood Boom now costs 4 mana. Blood Bloom. That's not even in standard right now, so it's like a weird legacy combo thing. I know it's not called legacy in Hearthstone, get off my back. Libram of Justice used to cost 6 mana, now costs 5 mana. Mage, they changed Open the Waygate to cast 8 spells that don't, so that it takes a little bit longer to get the thing off because of bad luck Albatross or something like that. I'm not sure. And then Millhouse Mana Storm got changed to, he used to say minions cost 2 gold, refresh cost 2 gold, you start with 3 gold, to now minions cost 2 gold, refresh cost 2 gold, Tavern Tiers cost 1 more, and you start with 3 gold. So I guess he was just too good, which I never even heard of, but I'm not keeping up with Battlegrounds because there's so much stuff going on. What else we got? Grandmasters. Oh my goodness. Okay, Grandmasters 2020 Season 1 is live. Started on Friday. Today is Monday. So it started 3 days ago. Exclusively being streamed on YouTube Gaming. YouTube.com/Hearthstone Esports. They will be at broadcast time. Broadcast kicks off with Asia Pacific region starting at 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central EST, and 6 p.m. KST on Friday, April 17th. And they kind of just go through each of the regions. I think US is last. Hi. You want to sit with me? You can sit with me. I'm just reading stuff.
You want to sit with Daddy?
Come here. Oh, yeah.
No, it's okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you want a boob? It's okay. It's okay.
Lily.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, come on. Let's go feed you.
Doesn't want to hang out with me. Okay. Our casters for America are going to be Frodan and Azuma. We're going to focus more on the Americas and Europe side, because I can understand those when I watch them, but mostly Americas. I don't want to breed all of these every week. The prize pool right now is $500,000 globally for the first season. YouTube streams in English, Mandarin, Korean, Japanese, Portuguese, Spanish, Latin America, Arabic, Russian, and French. There are some format changes this year. For the first 3 weeks, they will be playing a... I have it written down over here, actually. Conquest with 1 ban. And then, I guess for the first 3 weeks, it changes. So the first week is going to be Conquest with 1 ban. Second week is going to be 4 deck Last Hero Standing with 1 ban. And then week 3 is 10 deck Conquest with 6 bans. And that's going to be like the kind of open group stages to try to file people into place. She not want to hang out. Yeah, baby doesn't want to hang out with me, man. It hurts. It hurts. I'm like, oh no. Emotes in the chat. Go hit up the Twitch channel to see the emotes that I just put in the chat. Or the YouTube, I guess, too. So Conquest with 1 ban. 4 deck Last Hero Standing with 1 ban. And then 10 deck Conquest with 6 bans. That last one seems super insane, right? So Conquest, you bring 4 decks with you, and you have to win with each, and then one of them gets banned from each side, and then you have to win with every 3 of your decks. So you just keep playing until one of the people wins with each of their decks. 4 deck Last Hero Standing, you just play your decks until you lose, and then until it loses, and then that deck gets like retired. So then each person has 4 decks, they get 1 ban, they got 3 decks. You keep playing until your deck loses, and then if all of your decks have lost, then you're out. 10 deck Conquest with 6 bans, you bring 10 decks, 1 of each class, and the opponent bans 6 of them, which is insane, and then you play Conquest. So that's going to be interesting. Afterwards, we're going to have 3 weeks of round robins, or 4 weeks of round robins. What format are we playing? We're playing best of 5 Conquest, 4 decks and 1 ban. 2 divisions compete, so they're going to be split into 2 divisions. Division A, which is like the top 8, and then Division B, which is the bottom 8. They'll be playing the round robin for over the 4 weeks, changing, moving positions, stuff like that, all the normal stuff. And then week 8, we're going to have the season playoffs. The top 6 automatically make it into the playoffs. The top 4 from Division B complete in play-in round to determine who will join the top 6 from Division A in a dual tournament bracket for the playoffs. 7th and 8th place players from Division B at close of round robin are automatically relegated from Season 1 of Grandmasters. The final relegation will be determined by a 3-match play invitation involving the 7th, 8th place from Division A and 5th and 6th place from Division B. The winner of playoffs from each region will qualify to the Hearthstone World Championship later this year, so that's cool. Now, the Grandmasters. For America, we have, I'm just going to say their tag, Bloodyface, Eddie, Empanizado, ETC, Firebat, Frozen, Gallon, Just Saying, Language Hacker, Monsanto, Muzzy, Nalgaiden, Papa Jason, PNC Purple, and Zalay. For Asia Pacific, we have Alutemu, Blitzchung, he's back, yay, everyone stop complaining. Chenzu, Dawn, Flurry, Frosty, Glory, Kino531, Posey, Rivis, Samuel Sao, Shaxi, Stas, Surrender, Tom60229, Tyler. For Europe, we have Boar Control, Boston, Bunny Hopper, Casey, Falcon, Hunter Ace, Jarla, Calento, Pavel, RDU, Psycho, Silvername, Swids, Ties, Viper, and Zeem. Zeem? Sure. You can tell I'm more familiar with the Americas names and some of the European names. So those are our Grandmasters. That's our Grandmasters Season 2020. And I think, you know what? Oh, we have current standings because we had a week already that we did that. We finished week 1. But it's so hard to get information on it because it's on freaking YouTube now. So our rankings for, we're just doing Americas. So, hey, my buddy Bloody Face. He's not my friend. He just follows me on Twitter. I'm just saying, humble brag. First place is Bloody Face with 6 wins and 1 defeat. Muzzy, Just Saying, and Frozen and Language Hacker all 5 victories and 2 defeats. There's different tiebreaker scores depending on different things in the game and stuff like that. So that's how they get kind of sorted out. And then Eddie, Empuzado, ETC, Gallon, Zalay, Firebat, Dad, Jason, Purple, Naguden, Monsanto, and PNC. But yeah, Bloody Face, woo! Super excited. He was the only American to get to the World Championships last year. So we're rooting for Bloody Face. He did lose to the winner though, so there's props there. But that is all the Hearthstone we can handle today. Now we're going on to Magic the Gathering.
Because I'm an adult, and when I attend a conversation, I bring my own memes from home.
Use your bolts of lightning!
What? My hair is on fire? I know.
All right, Magic the Gathering, Magic the Gathering, Magic the Gathering. If you guys follow Magic the Gathering stuff, you might know a little person, not little, just a person named Gavin Verhey. He's not the lead developer, I don't, or maybe he is. Something happened in Animal Crossing. Oh no, I think she got stung by bees. She got stung by bees. Okay. We're almost done. Let's power through it. We're already at almost 50 minutes. Gavin Verhey, he did this little post on the Magic blogs article thing about how to play Commander at home. So you don't, because like local game stores are closed. Webcam, he tells a little thing about how he used to play over the phone with his friends. You can play on Magic Online. You can't play Commander on Arena, but you can play Brawl for free with the Brawlers Guild Hall thing. They waived the cost for that. And then there's also a article by Sheldon Menery on Star City Games, which does a lot of kind of breaking down the best way to like find a cheap webcam, what's the best kind of like program. Like Skype is trash, but Google Hangouts versus like Discord, stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff going on. You can join the Play EDH server on Discord to find games quick, stuff like that. So there's for a lot of people that have to stay home and stay secluded, this is a really good post for like how to stay sane, I guess, and do what you love, playing Commander while you're at home. So that's cool. What else we got? Ikoria Story Through Cards article. Okay, so they also posted an article about the Ikoria story, not the book, but like what's going on in Ikoria through the cards in Ikoria. And you guys, I gotta tell you, it's so hilarious. Each one of these is it's like written by Vivian in Vivian's like journal of like her discoveries on Ikoria while she's traveling, and talks about like what she's doing there. She found out about it, and she went to go research the local monsters and how they kind of interact. Luca, Coppercoat Outcast, was part of General Kudrow's kind of army. He's like the leader of the resistance, not the resistance. He's the general for the humans on this planet. And the deal with Ikoria is that there's a special thing that happens between monsters and humans, where some of them can be bonded, kind of like the Rick and Morty episode with the dragon, but like not sexual. Like they're just best friends, and it's demonstrated in Tentative Connection. One of the cards, it's like a common card, like it's a very draftable card, but it's called Eluda, a mystical connection between human and monster found only on Ikoria. These bonds kind of form between the humans and the monsters, and they're just linked forever. They're more than friends, more than family, more than blood kind of situation. So once Luca gets bonded to his tiger friend, and then General Kudrow is like, oh, that's gross, monsters are disgusting. They're called bonders, the people that make the bond, and a lot of the humans find it disgusting, like literally like, ew, gross, I can't believe you would ever have a monster for a pet kind of situation. They're not pet people at all, not dog people, not cat people. They're just humans, and they're gross, garbage people. So he bans Luca from being in the city. I forget, the city of Dranith, where like monsters attack, so their whole army kind of just defends the city, but he wants to destroy all the monsters. Then Luca finds that you can kind of weaponize the monsters with the Ozolith, because the Ozolith can mutate them. And then he goes back to the city and he's like, hey man, if you're not gonna fucking be cool with monster bonding, then I'm just gonna attack you. So he attacks the city with a bunch of mutated monsters. Vivian kind of like leads an army against Luca, because I mean he also can't kill all the humans. That's kind of messed up. And then because the Ozolith was being so pressurized and Luca was like abusing it, it exploded. It legit exploded and killed a lot of creatures, which sucks. And then because of the explosion, Luca planeswalked for the first time, so that's when his spark ignited. And then they got all of these little Vivian Reed field notes of a bunch of all the different like legendary creatures, all the triple colored persons, all the companions got their little thing. This one's one of my favorites for Lutri the Spell Chaser. Rip Lutri. The mischievous little otter stole an arrow from my quiver. Not sure how, but it was able to use it to release a creature as if the arcbow had shot it. By the time I figured out what had happened, it had vanished beneath the surface. What a little trickster! He's so adorable. Tremi, this is the commander deck I want to get. This mysterious, mischievous creature makes its home in Zagoth's swamps. I theorize that it may be the larval stage of Broko's species. I hope they are able to coexist when it reaches maturity. A lot of cool stuff like that. One of these ones. As I studied the Indatha lowlands, I found a den of the most adorable nightmare kittens. As I moved closer to take a look, the mother cat appeared from a wisp of smoke and I quickly made my exit. And then you can see the little kitten down there. It is so adorable. But yeah, some of these are super cool. To talk about Narset, I met Narset on Ravnica when we were trapped by Nico Bolas's thing. She told me she comes from Tarkir, a plane with two histories, one ruled by humans and the other ruled by dragons. I don't find either particularly appealing. This part, real quick. The Wanderer shows up in a card called Blade Banish. And she says, I grew to know the Wanderer when we were trapped on Ravnica. Her method of planeswalking is fascinating. She does it unconsciously and must focus to remain wherever she is. I saw her for a moment here, but the moment passed and she was gone. Like, what even is going on? And I like this one too. Titanith Rex. As I traveled through Zagoth, I felt a tremendous earthquake. Looking up, it was easy to find the source. This may be the largest monster I've ever seen, and it took every ounce of self-control I had not to cast enlarging magic on it. It would have been exciting if it wasn't so disruptive. So Vivian's just having a blast on here. These are super funny. Like, they're actually kind of hilarious. So if you guys have time, go ahead and check that out. And what are we moving on to? We got some patch notes. We got some freaking patch notes, man. 1.07.00.00 patch notes. Ikoria Lair of Behemoths is now available. Player draft is live. Godzilla series monsters and how to get them. Stay at home, play at home. Store champions, advanced filtering. Okay, so we'll just go down this list. Lair of Behemoths, it's out. Companion is OP. Godzilla Monster series cards, those are out. You can buy them. I don't think you can buy them. What you can do is, if you buy a certain amount of cards, I think the limit is like 100, like the 100 bundle of packs, then you will get a random card style of the Godzilla series cards, and they have duplicate protection. So whatever your random drop, it's not going to be one that you have already. And since you can only have one, it'll be kind of easy to collect everything. For a limited time only, until May 21st, you get a bonus Godzilla series monster card when you enter an Ikoria draft or sealed event. So once you enter those, you will get a random one of these dropped also during those games. And that's kind of like the only way. I'm sure after the 21st they might release like a bundle where you can buy the rest of them or something like that. Player drafting is live, you guys. Player drafting is so sick. Oh my god, it's so fun. You kind of just, you pay for your thing, you go in, you wait for the queue to load up, for your pod to load up, and then you go, and it feels like drafting at a table, except you're on your computer. It's so nice. It's so cool. I got to draft like 2 or 3 times against people, and each time I was like, oh man, like, it's fun that you can see like the the usernames of the people that you're drafting with. You can tell who's holding up the queue and who has all the packs. If you start falling behind, you'll get like multiple packs on your username. It's great. The draft experience is so good. I'm glad that they waited. If waiting meant that it was going to be this good, I'm glad that they did it, because I don't think I would have liked it if it was worse than this, but it's pretty good. There's also a timer, so people don't hog up the whole time. At some points, you're just sitting there waiting, but it's never for that long because of that timer, thankfully. Because of the drafting with humans things, they changed the names up a bit. Premier draft is the one-on-one, the best of one draft with players. Traditional draft, unranked best of 3 draft with other players, so that one also got changed to player v player. And then quick draft is best of 1 with bots, also ranked, so that's cool. Stay at home, play at home. If your local game store has contacted Wizards of the Coast or Magic Arena, whoever their contact is, they should have been getting codes for promo packs. So they'll kind of decide how they want to hand those out. But you play each week. We're going to have an F&M event. Last week, April 17th, it was just whatever. On the 24th, it'll be Singleton. On the 1st, it'll be Artisan. On the 8th, it'll be Pauper. And on the 15th, it's going to be Historic Brawl. And you're just going to have to contact your local game store to how they want to handing those codes out, but they should have them by now. I contacted mine. He didn't really know what was going on, so I have to talk to him again. But the promo packs are here. They contain 2 cosmetic items from Magic Arena. These cosmetic items have duplicate protection, so you won't receive one that's already in your collection. Rewards include all 36 sleeves featuring the Japanese Planeswalker alternate art, new guild-themed sleeves, Ikoria card styles, and the Tameo Planeswalker, and more. Contact your local game store to see if you can participate and receive your code. The Sejuani sleeve will be temporarily unavailable, as this sleeve has recently featured as a separate F&M home reward. Okay, cool. The Brawlers Guild Hall is new for this month. Is still no entry fee thanks coronavirus. And this month's reward is Firesong and Sunspeaker, which is now a legal Brawl commander, so that's pretty sick. Direct challenge quest progression, so now you can progress your quests through direct challenges if you want to play with your friends. They updated the advanced filters page, so it just looks better. It makes more sense. It flows a little bit easier. You can switch your deck. If you're doing a standard deck or a historic deck or a brawl deck or what have you, you can switch that in the filters thing instead of having to go out, close it, start a new deck, stuff like that. It also can help search between multiples of cards if you have different multiples of cards or different variations of cards, so that's cool. They added the companion feature filtering thing, so if you have a companion, you hit that little filter button and it'll filter through cards that are legal according to your companion. I'm sure that means that's like for commanders too. Excuse me. Gameplay. Okay, and the new card UI, it's so good, you guys. So they changed all of the big emblem that was for like card abilities and keyword abilities. You could only have 2 on a card, period, and if it was too complicated, they would kind of just do it's a triggered ability or it's a static ability or whatever. Now it has like these 3 dots things for read more, keyword abilities, and different tokens or counters or whatever it has to count, and they all fit so nicely on the little side of the card. If you guys aren't seeing the video version of this, just look it up, or just go into a game and check it out. It's so nice to have all the abilities just on the card there. It's super nice. There's certain card specific ones you have to look out for, and I think that's it. There's just a bunch of other stuff. The other changes involve because of the new draft version, other drafts had to be changed according to their prizes. So like traditional draft now uses exclusively player draft instead of bot drafts. Now lasts 3 fixed rounds regardless of record, instead of you play 3 wins or 2 losses. So it's only 3 rounds no matter what, and then based on your 3 rounds you get packs or gems. 3 wins, you get 3,000 gems in 6 packs. 2 wins, 1,000 in 4 packs. And 0 to 1 wins, you get 1 pack. Draft entry tokens, if you guys logged in between April 16th to April 30th, so you have a big window of time, you will get a free player draft token, and they do not expire. I had one beforehand, and that one disappeared with this update, so I have no idea what happened to that. Quick draft schedule. Theros Beyond Death will be leaving the 17th, starting the 17th, so I guess now Core Set 2020. May 1st to May 15th will be Ikoria Lair Behemoth's Quick Draft, and May 15th to 29th will be War of the Spark Quick Draft. There's going to be workshops going on Mondays and Tuesdays. Pre-constructed deck format for those workshops like they've always been. Additional events, standard metagame challenges, and Ikoria constructed specifically. There's bonus stuff in the store. There's new daily deals. There's cool bundles going around, so just stay in touch with all of that. And then everything else I think is just bug fixes and more store stuff. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all the news. We did it, you guys. That's all the news for today. So if you guys, we got to turn that off. Thank you. All right, and you know what? The show's already started. We don't need that right there. So it's the end of the podcast. I gotta go get ready for work and edit this somehow and post it in a timely manner so the news is still relevant. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and let's put the thingy on. Let's do this. We're professionals here. Let's do this right and do that. Okay, and some of this. And right there. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Check me out at Wolfie on Twitter. I respond almost immediately unless I'm at work. Twitch.tv/Wolfie. Just search Wolfie on YouTube and you'll find our YouTube channel, or on the Twitch channel we have all the links, or on the Twitter we have all the links. We're working on making sure everything's nice and together. I'm also on Instagrams a little bit sometimes, doing all the stuff. If you don't mind rating and commenting or whatever, or sharing just on the iTunes so more people can find that card game goodness. My name has been Wolfie. This is episode 17. This has been episode 17 of HearthWalkers, the Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering podcast. May all your draws be lucky, and may all your deck choices be spicy. Thanks so much for listening.